Wait, the shepherd retreated. Wait, that was an option? Left his drones behind. Lost 2 crew. Sadly couldn't scavenge from the fight. Harass your ship as they retreat, causing much disruption, but don't force a battle. Oh, combat readiness. Oh. Need to get some more supplies. Let's trade first. Or actually, in case we get any rewards, you have the data. Well done. There's a brief wait as you transmit the data file. Now, while the system's running a preliminary analysis of data, I believe you're due a reward. We're now up to 3 with the faction and 6 with him. The chime in background, he looks concerned. We've got 5,000 credits. Is there a problem? System estimates will take about a cycle to analyze the data and come up with a stabilization algorithm. Naturally, by then, the data will be out of date and any algorithm based on it meaningless. With an AI core on hand, we can analyze data more quickly. Fortunately, there's a survey probe somewhere in the system. One left over from initial exploration of the sector by the domain. It should have at least one AI core serving as its brain. Where is it, and why hasn't it been salvaged before? To answer your second question, domain artifacts are usually protected by automated defenses that still function to this day, and this probe is no exception. Wow, the domain beyond the gateways built things to last. And the hegemony generally forbids civilian interference with domain artifacts, for the sake of public safety, of course. Desperate times, however. As to where it is, my data indicates it's somewhere beyond the orbit of Fontus. Get there, then head out beyond the asteroid belt. And use an active sensor burst. You should at least get a sensor contact with the probe. Head towards it, perform salvage, and bring back an AI core. Fontus is a gas giant in outer system. To see its name on the map, might have to turn off the inhabited sector on the map filter. See what I can do. Oh yeah, there's a major tax on stuff, like 30%. So if I was to sell stuff, I would pay heavy. If you want to pay less, then you deal with the black market. But the obviously people will get in trouble. The security forces will take issue with that. still costs me supplies to repair it. Abort. Shift click. The main era technology used primarily in the frontier. This is hyperwave communications array, which transmits and receives data between star systems at faster than light speeds, rapidly pulsing hyperwaves suitable for FTL. Data transmissions have always have shown to damage DNA, so these relays are always stationed away from habitats. And I take it no one lives on them. This one is not connected to a station-wide network, so it's not emitting the hyperwave radiation typically typically indicative of a relay operation. The cause of its lack of function is unknown. It's under hegemony control. Tetra. The radiation from a nearby star ravages the surface of the world due to lack of atmospheric ozone layer. No significant geological activity, no indigenous forms of life. Full survey data. Hazard rating of 175. Scattered ruins, only lightly touched by the great project of the domain before the collapse. Only scattered, broken domes remain, perchance holding lost caches of valuable materials. Moderate ore deposits. No atmosphere, and cold. Whoa. Derelict ship. Okay, we get experience for finding derelict ships. What's with the amount of derelicts? A derelict Buffalo Mark II class destroyer drifting through space. It is battered, though determining whether it's recoverable or not will require a closer examination. Okay, we're actually well within range for this one. 125% recovery effectiveness. 100% of heavy machine available, 15 scavenging skill, 10% from the fleet, and right 1% by 1 for a crew available. Once we scavenge a little, that's it. It's a tanker. Explore. Discovered that many essential systems are undamaged and ship could be restored to basic functionality. If not recovered, the ship will be scuttled and any fitted weapons and fighter LPCs will be retrieved. Consider ship recovery. Recover. The ISS Danu is now part of your fleet. Some of your ships are dangerously low combat. Dismiss. Okay. Let's pull back to Heya. Let's get some more crew, then we'll come back out here to scavenge it. Oh, wait, damn it, that was emergency burn. I wanted to say what sustained. That's gonna hit me hard on the supplies. Also, buying crew makes it sound like it's slaving. We'll head to the other point eventually, but I just want to have a look through what's here. Okay. So 18 ordnance points left. Okay, it's got a flare launcher, small missile, two small ballistic armaments, swarm SMR launcher, and 2 Vulcan cannons. The extensive damage which cannot be repaired without costly restoration at a dockyard. However, without so much broken beyond repair, recovery deployment costs recovery costs are substantially lower. A light tanker with enough fuel capacity to more than double the effective range of a small task force or convoy. Export. Begin. Oh, it's a Wolf class ship. Export. Oh, might be able to patch it up. Though, to be honest, it looks like slag right now. Sure. Recover it. Prize of high orbit. Recover. Oh, actually, go for the freighter. Can salvage. Sadly, haven't hit any gold mines yet. Ooh, a carrier. That'd be nice. Brilliant. It's a bit too costly. Pitted. I don't think I can mine anything. Doctrine and blueprints. Typical heavy patrol. Putting blueprints into production requires a colony with heavy industry. Production quality can be improved by acquiring a nanoforge. Heavy industry can be built at any colony, while a nanoforge can be found as salvage in abandoned systems outside the core worlds. Without these, colonies will use barely space-worthy junk exported by other factions. Typical fleet composition shown reflects this. So if you prove blueprints you've acquired, but prioritizing them will have no effect. Full survey data for the planet. Scattered broken domes dot the planet's surface, perchance holding lost caches of valuable materials. While long-term exploration of the resources in these ruins requires a colony, the salvage team can conduct a search for anything of immediate value. Only 75%. I'm 40 people shy, but sure. Ooh. Hegemony Auxiliary Blueprint Package. A collection of modified blueprints that bring several civilian craft up to mil spec or simply add hegemony markings. Created shortly after the collapse, some of these blueprints improve hull performance without increased incidence of demod associated with later blueprint hacking efforts. Nice. Some metals. Transplutonics. Refined heavy elements, including common actinides and other heavier exotics, essential to high energy systems and advanced research applications. 700 experience. The ruins have been stripped of and easily accessible and further require permanent presence. Wouldn't mind establishing a colony there, I guess, but yeah, let's have a look at the debris field down here. Just try and scavenge it. But yeah, I wouldn't mind establishing a colony there if I can scavenge it harder. Sounds like it'll be a good idea. It's likely some value could be found inside, but a significant risk. Assess. Leave. Okay. While we're going there, let's see. Ordnance points. What does ordnance point means? No, that doesn't help. Okay, I'm gonna pause for a second, and I'm gonna pop out and into Microsoft Edge. What's it called? Star what? Starsector. Starsector ordnance points. Ordnance points are used to customize ships by changing modular weapons, hull mods, flux capacitors, flux vents, or fighters. Okay. Mining blaster. The miner's best friend. This weapon can deliver pulverizing bolts of energy at medium range, albeit at extreme cost and flux. Uh, 6. Section mean to have a look at Yi. Okay, you have these on. That's fine. The point defense turret, and that's it. And you have nothing. You're a shuttle. Compromised hull. Let's take major and irreparable damage at some point in the past, or suffer major errors in manufacturing process. Hull integrity reduced by 30%. Supposed to recover from deployment reduced by 20%. Faulty power grid. Okay, I'm starting to think. Yeah, none of these are. Cost of 1. While fitted at a space station, when refitting a ship while docked at a space station, you can mount both the weapons in your cargo hold and the ones available for purchase at the station. Undoing the changes to ship's loadout or simply unmounting it will refund to credits used, but only if you have to navigate away from the refit screen. Given how battered these are, I'm starting to think maybe it would be more worthwhile to just scrap them. Move all the mods for the cost of $6,000. Strip. I think they should have just have salvaged all these. They really. They really aren't good. That increases fuel use by 50%. There's no way to just scrap a thing here. You got 5 blast doors? increases crew capacity depending on hull size or by 30%, whichever is higher. For civilian hulls also increases maintenance supply use by 50%. Fuel tank. Hardened subsystems. Wow. Reinforced bulkheads increases ship hull integrity by 40%. Disabled, the ship will not break apart and is almost always recoverable after battle. Then you can get unsable injector. For a moment, I thought it was I missaw. I thought it was the botched ones on the other ships I have. Removes militarized subsystems. Removes the penalties from a civilian grade hull and increases maximum burn by 1. Supply and combat readiness cost to recover from a deployment is reduced by 30%. Increases minimum crew required by 100%. Dedicated targeting core. Only on cruisers and capital ships. But yeah, right now I'm thinking almost like given how damaged they are, and like part of me's just feeling like it might be more worthwhile in just getting rid of them, especially like this with its increased fuel usage. You know, it just feels like maybe that'll be the smart course of action. Starsector. I don't see anything for scrapping one. Wait. Ah, here we go.